Welcome! We have a special movie review today. This is my first Hong Kong Kung Fu Sexploitation film. My name is Jay. Hit that subscribe button for more content like this, smash that like button to promote my videos, and leave a comment down below for any future video requests. The movie starts in Rome, where a couple of CIA agents are staking out at this palatial hotel, taking photos of this woman. And you find out that she's a high-priced assassin.
Fiona Birch, alias Fiona Nielsen, born London, England, 1978.
And meet the latest rookie on the team, Chen, who's relegated to minor duties so far.
Hey, why don't you cut him some slack? He's new on the job.
Yeah, and Fiona's one femme fatale people are dying to be with.
I like her technique. You know, like Mata Hari. She used her incredible body to either get the secrets from the enemy, or what? Or she'd kill you.
Oh, when this lady's working you, she knows how to hit your spots. Definitely plays it a little rougher than I like it. But now that she's hit her mark, it's definitely time for her to make her escape. He receives a phone call from his men to make sure everything's still alright, but as Fiona's walking out the door, they realize something is wrong when he's not answering his phone. So less than 5 minutes into the movie, we get a fight scene right off the bat. And that's one of the things I love about Hong Kong action films. They do not mess around. Are they over the top and full of unnecessary gratuitous violence? Sure, that's what makes them great. Oh, and they also don't give a shit about their actors to the point of total disregard for their safety, which is why their stunts look so much better. Fiona makes her way into her car and speeds off. But before she can get away, a guy with a rocket launcher comes out to attack her. Alright, you saw that, right? That looked like she was totally obliterated. So, how in the hell are they pulling her body out like that? There shouldn't even be a body left. And approaching in the limo is Fiona's boss, Madam M. And here, both senior CIA agents gets gunned down. And what does Madam M do? Fiona, I guess you're fired. Jack ends up being the sole survivor, and Madam M gets away. All this literally happens before the credit scenes. And this is a fight scene where Madam M is recruiting for her latest assassin. She recruits young girls to train them in deadly ways.
Another girl has been reported missing. Their ages are all around 13 years of age.
Jack still works on the case to catch the deadly femme fatales. So Madam M ends up taking all these girls to a remote island. And here you can see their training begin. But not everyone's into it, and there's certainly objections.
I don't like it here, and I don't like you.
All right. You can go now. Go.
But you find out they're not too receptive of girls who don't fall in line. Their training is rigorous, where they learn all manner of combat, and often pitted against each other. And after a quick montage, we have a flash forward 6 years into the future, followed by another montage of them running, fighting, and learning other skills, such as computer hacking. All in the name of being a more efficient killer. And of course you gotta have the guns. Their training and level of danger intensifies to the level of death.
Today's mission is to kill a group of enemy soldiers.
These girls are stalked and preyed upon, all in the name of culling the weak. And I bet you thought girls on Epstein Island were mistreated. But some of them do manage to hold their own. Oh, and this is Charlene, who's played by Maggie Q. You might recognize her from movies such as Mission Impossible 3 and Live Free or Die Hard. She ends up being one of the main heroes of the story.
You alright?
And this is our best friend, Catherine. You know, I really had no reason to show the scene except to note the love and affection, the close bonds that these girls share with each other. It was really important for some reason or another. I forget. I got distracted.
And yet I can't imagine my life without you.
But no time for that now, because the next trial is about to begin.
Here is your assignment. Kill the nearest girl and bring her body outside. Anyone who isn't outside in 2 minutes will be shot.
Damn, this shit just got real.
Wait, this is so stupid. Why are we killing each other?
Boy, if there is one thing that happens when you put a bunch of girls together, cat fights. Although they're usually not fatal like this. But if I know my audience, I know this is exactly the reason why you are here. And trust me, it gets better. This is only the start of the movie. And is it just me, or does anyone else think lingerie would have completed this scene?
Congratulations, ladies. You are the survivors. Only one of you will survive tomorrow's exercise.
Tomorrow is graduation day for one of you.
So the girls have already had their battle royale. Now it's time for singles competition. All the girls are given numbers to determine their fighting lot.
Girl number 1 enters the cage first. She faces girl number 2 in a fight to the death. The survivor must then face 2 more girls, numbers 3 and 4.
Oh, did I say this was a singles competition? This is actually more like a handicap match, with girl number 1 being forced to face multiple girls at the end. Catherine draws slot number 1 and knowing that her chances aren't that good, says her heartfelt goodbye to Charlene.
If I die in this cage tonight, you have to remember me.
But Charlene decides to spare her of that fate and takes the number 1 slot for herself. Oh, not since Damon and Pythias has there been such a friendship.
Charlene, don't be stupid!
And with that, the match begins. Fight!
We've been friends for 6 years. I don't want to kill you.
I don't want to kill you, as I swipe at your head. And throughout the movie, you're going to see some incredible wire works. Hong Kong Kung Fu films perfected that. This is very Shaw Brothers-like. And unlike some of the other films I reviewed, this really has some good fighting scenes. So Charlene continues to fight the gauntlet of girls opposing her, and does surprisingly well considering the odds disadvantage. And she finally gets to reunite with Catherine.
Charlene, are you alright?
And the final girls enter and this basically becomes a 2-on-2 battle. Boy, looking at this, I really miss Hong Kong action films. They kind of fell off the map since the 80s and 90s when they were at their height, and falling for various reasons, such as Hollywood coming in and setting up their cinemas and promoting their own films over their native films, and not to get political, but certain factions dictating what media should be like in Hong Kong, and a myriad of other factors, but that is another video. So the woman Catherine is fighting is actually Jing, and she is a force to be reckoned with. She's definitely one of the better fighters of the group. And you guys ever read Batman's Nightfall, Break the Bat? She just totally did that. And just as she's about to execute Charlene...
You have exceeded my expectations. I have decided to break my own rules and keep all 3 of you.
Yeah, rejoice, because now it's celebration time. During the dinner celebration, they're each given a glass of wine to drink, but unbeknownst to them, the wine was roofied.
Are you okay?
I feel weak. She poisoned us.
And here comes Madame M's men.
No, I've only given you a mild sedative to help you relax.
It turns out the celebration was just a ruse, and actually another training session. Boy, she really doesn't treat her girls well. If I'm training someone to be a deadly assassin, I don't know if I'd be doing stuff like this to them. But I'm sure her men appreciate this.
After today, your body no longer belongs to you. It is now your greatest weapon. You must be willing to do anything to please a man, no matter how vile, because a man's happiest moment is also his weakest.
Now that they're trained and set loose, we get a montage of them kicking ass. And just as a side note, there is a whole host of Hong Kong action films such as Lethal Angel, Naked Killer, So Close, that all feature female deadly assassins that use their sexuality and killer fighting skills. Let me know down in the comments below if you're interested in seeing more of these kind of films. If you want to know where the inspiration for Kill Bill came from, it was from these kind of movies. But I don't quite remember Uma Thurman doing stuff like this though. Damn it, Tarantino, you dropped the ball on that one. So Charlene continues to entertain, ready to perform the Mata Hari technique. Boy, she really took to her training, didn't she? It almost makes the danger worth it. After hitting her mark, Charlene tries to make her escape, where more men try to kill her. She gets pinned down and surrounded when her best friend comes in and saves the day, allowing Charlene and Catherine to make their escape. And Jack is still on the case. It's only been 6 years. I guess progress is not a priority in the CIA.
It's been 6 years since I've seen a body like this.
The coroner found a blood sample on the body which doesn't belong to the victim.
And running a DNA sample, they runs a match to Charlene's mother, who lives in Hong Kong, so following up on that information, Jack decides to head over there.
Please, Goddess Tin Hao, bless my only daughter, Charlene.
So Jack approaches Charlene's mother to ask her some questions.
Chen, CIA.
Did you find her? Please tell me that she's still alive.
We think the killer is a professional assassin. DNA tests point to your daughter as a killer.
That's impossible.
Jack further tells her that she may be coming back to Hong Kong, and if so, that she might be trying to contact her.
If that's the case, she may try and contact you. I hope I can count on your cooperation. I'm sorry to put you through all this.
But his appeal doesn't sit too well with her. She's not too keen on the idea of helping to set up arresting her daughter.
Mr. Chen, even if my daughter is a killer, what makes you think I would help you arrest her?
So, 2 days later, we have the International Dragon Boat Festival. And in attendance, we have a high security target who coincidentally is standing about 6 feet away from Charlene's mom.
I want to help your daughter.
And why is that important? Because Charlene is about to assassinate the high-profile target. And even though Charlene's mom hasn't seen her since she was a little girl, she recognizes Charlene right away. With the crowd dispersing, it gives Charlene the opportunity to make a getaway, and Jack gives chase to Charlene. She ends up hiding in an ice cream truck where Jack goes in to follow her.
If you don't stop following me, I will kill you.
I've been on this case for 6 years. How can I not follow you?
During the standoff, the ice cream truck takes off, discombobulating the two.
I'm arresting you because I want to help you. How can you shoot someone in front of your mother?
We're stuck here, and it's cold. I don't know how much longer I can keep my arm up.
So Jack calls a truce in the meantime.
I knew you wouldn't kill me.
And of course, Jack being the good guy that he is.
Take my coat.
I don't know about you, but I'm freezing.
Oh yeah, this is a survival technique.
We stand a better chance if we do like the Eskimos and conserve our body heat.
Yeah, I'd like to be doing like the Eskimos too, Jack.
You're a good guy. You know that?
Oh, but you know what they say about nice guys. They get left in the cold. So after being given the cold shoulder, Jack continues to stake out the only lead he has left.
I'm here watching the mother of one of the China doll assassins.
So Charlene's mom is alone when she hears the sound of someone approaching. She originally thinks it's Charlene and is excited to see her. But it turns out to be Jing, who's here to end Charlene's mom's life. Jack hears this, so he rushes out to rescue her.
Please! Don't move! Drop your weapon.
Jack, what are you doing? Why don't you have your gun? Oh, just as well. It's another excuse to have a fight scene. You know, as cool as guns are, there's really nothing like a good hand-to-hand combat scene. But this makes me wonder, why doesn't Jing have her gun? But anyway, she gets the drop on him and knocks him down. But that's when Charlene comes in and saves the day at the last moment. This is the fight we were waiting for anyway.
Charlene?
Alright girls, the stage is set. Fight! So in the first fight with Jing and Charlene, Jing got the better of her. But Charlene also had to fight like 15 other girls before she got to Jing. And we got some more wirework fighting that defy gravity, but looks very visually aesthetic. Yeah, the way it's choreographed, sometimes I can't tell if they're fighting or dancing. Yeah, I tried making a couple of videos with fight scenes in it, and let me just tell you, this takes so much coordination. Yeah, now that we got some wire work done, it's time for some CGI effects. Yeah, it's not the best, but this movie was released 2002, so this was before they improved a lot of CGI techniques. I'm not saying excuse it because Jurassic Park did come out 9 years earlier, but this movie's budget was way less. And really, that took her out? Splinter cuts?
Watch out!
Alright, a splinter cut to the throat. Although overall I would say this fight is anticlimactic. They made Jing out to be a lot deadlier. Jack and Charlene rushes her mom to the nearby hospital.
Your mom will be fine.
You really are a good guy.
I know you'll be back for her. And when you do, I'm going to be here to...
I know, Jack.
And so Jack rushes Charlene's mom to the hospital. Meanwhile, Madam M goes to meet another client.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Ryuichi.
You know the terms?
So Ryuichi hires Madam M and her girls to do a hit job.
Your job is to kill Kenji before he escapes. I'll be outside waiting, in case you need backup.
But unbeknownst to the girls, it turns out to be a trap set up to ensnare them, and they end up surrounded.
Shit, it's a trap.
Turns out Madam M and her girls killed one of Ryuichi's friends, so he ends up rigging an elaborate scheme to get to Madam M and her girls.
My friend Carlos?
was killed by a dancing female assassin. Do you have any idea how lonely I get without him?
Okay, that was a little more revealing than I wanted to know. He ends up dropping Madame M from above, and I was sure she was going to be the main bad guy at the end, because they built her up to be like the main protagonist, but then all of a sudden this guy Fuichi comes out of left field.
It's just a friendly little aphrodisiac.
Get him!
And I'm not sure why he's hitting her with an aphrodisiac, but this will come into play later. You'll see. The girls make their way to a window to escape, where Charlene jumps down to a dumpster below. But before Catherine could make her escape, she gets caught. And it doesn't look good. Poor Charlene.
You come for your friend!
So, having lost Madame M and her best friend, she turns to the only person she can.
Hello? Charlene, where are you?
So Jack rushes over to meet her, but she's feeling a little amorous from that aphrodisiac.
Are you okay? What's wrong with you?
She's feeling frisky, Jack, just go with it. I still don't know why Fuichi shot her up with that stuff, but hey, it led to one of the more tender scenes in the movie. And for all the bad stuff she's gone through in the movie, it's nice to see her get a little happiness, even though it is only temporary. Jack ends up alone, having been left a note, because Charlene still has unfinished business left.
I could live my life over again. I would love to be a normal girl. Maybe one day fate will smile upon us, and we'll see each other again.
And now that she's sobered up, she still has Catherine to rescue. It must have taken her a whole day because it was morning when we last saw her, and now it's nighttime again.
Oh my god! Ken!
And Fuichi plays around and does torturous things to Catherine. And if you're wondering why she doesn't just shoot him,
Let her go, Ruichi! I'm the one who killed Carlos, not her!
and it doesn't look good for Catherine.
And I will always be with you. Always.
Helpless, Charlene can only watch as Catherine is cut down. And take a look at the angle, cause Charlene is still sobbing, and all of a sudden Fuichi's outside. Did he just teleport? And why do people always throw away their weapons in these movies? I know it makes for a more dramatic finish this way, but there's gotta be an organic way for them to lose their weapons. And of course, Charlene's conveniently out of bullets. But hey, that's just another excuse to have more fancy wireworks. The high-flying ballet fighting. And this is only 3 years after The Matrix, but I'm wondering if there's any influence. Fuichi ends up damaging Charlene's eyes, which forces Charlene to fight blind.
Can't even see anymore.
Did I say The Matrix? This was before Matrix 3 where Neo was blind. Now I'm wondering if the Wachowskis ripped this movie off.
Follow the energy. Visualize the stillness of water. And let your heart become...
Okay, I don't know where this came from, because this wasn't in her training and she just pulled this skill out of nowhere.
Yeah!
Fuichi rushes into attack, and Charlene does her best Zatoichi impression. Okay, not that this movie was grounded in reality to begin with, but seriously, this really is something out of The Matrix. And Charlene ends him with one of the classic back rubs. So in the conclusion of the movie, Jack goes to visit Charlene's mother who's recovered from her knife wound.
I'm leaving tomorrow. I have to go back to the States.
Whenever you have time, please come and visit.
Jack does continue to search for Charlene, but she mysteriously vanishes. Who knows? Maybe someday they'll meet again. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more content like this. Leave a thumbs up because it tells YouTube to promote my videos. And leave a comment for any movie you want me to review. Over and out.